accessories are a great way to add personality to any room. And one way to transform your spaces is by adding some new pieces along with what you already own.
Hi, my name is Jessica Garcelle. I'm an interior designer for Garcelle's Interiors, and I'm here at Bella Casa. Everybody wants a designer look. Accessories are what identifies you. It's just a way of putting it together. For instance, scented candles are very important. Flowers, vases in your entry. Minerals also help. You don't need to fill your home with all new accessories. It could easily work with what you have in your house to elevate your existing accessories. It changes everything in your space without having to break the budget.
Discover how these finishing touches can elevate any room and turn them into beautifully curated spaces on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. Today we're exploring one of the easiest and most impactful ways to refresh your home decor using accessories. Today we have expert advice on how to curate the perfect coffee table, create rich layers of color with accessories, master your bedside lighting no matter what your style, and so much more. Jessica, welcome to SoFlo Home Project.
Thank you for having us.
We are so excited to be here at Bella Casa in the Bird Road Art District here in South Miami.
Yes.
What a great gem of a place
Absolutely.
to explore everything home accessories.
Thank you so much.
We get a lot of viewer questions always centered around styling the home, and accessories truly is that perfect way.
Absolutely.
We're going to tour through this beautiful store and share with everyone at home ways to update, and starting with the coffee table. I think a lot of people can struggle with how much is enough, how do you really style it, and again, whether it's big, small, round, square, rectangle table, what are some of the top accessories? And we've got a lot that you've laid out here.
Thank you. So definitely books should be very personal. Absolutely things that mean something to you. This is your home. This is where you can really set your personality into your coffee table.
Yes.
And also be a topic of conversation.
So when you're creating your zones, sometimes you could even have two book stacks. I like the way here you have a higher stack and then you've used one to kind of elevate the box.
Correct.
So we're looking for not everything the same height. We want visual
Absolutely.
variety.
Right. So that way it gives you kind of a layer effect and just personality in a coffee table.
And
Yeah, books should be neutral and bring in the colors when it comes to your florals. And when it comes even to your candles, I went kind of neutral here, but you can totally bring in some candles, some color in your candles and fragrances.
Those are two really important tips on adding the color, because when you think about like the seasonal refresh, right?
Right.
Your florals can change weekly if they're live, right? So same with the candles, you're going to burn them and use them most likely. So
Right.
those will be replaced often. So these are things that color isn't as permanent as you might need it to be.
Correct.
You can always reinvent.
And then sometimes if you want less, I've also had the opportunity to open the book and have the book be the art as well. And you can change it as your mood changes. Put a beautiful chain or beads across it, and that adds a little character to your styling as well.
Yes, it's like effortless chic.
Right.
Like it's like, oh, it just happened to just land like that.
Like everything's so organized except for this.
Behind you, I see so
Yes,
many other great
absolutely.
options.
As a matter of fact, we use these very often in front of beddings just to lay it out. And this one in particular, it's actually
This is so cool.
very
I love
interesting. It has a lot of textures. It has a lot of color to it. So it can fit in any modern home or even a traditional home to add like eclectic touch.
Yes, those are styling tips. That gives that designer curated look.
Another little tip is that I like to do is keep everything organized and keep your boxes. This is where you can have all your controls.
So like, I love that it's like the function and beauty of the table.
Absolutely.
What I really love about this one is the color and that organic touch of the stones and the crystal.
Which is done purposely, so everything is in zone. Everything has a relation to each other.
Jessica, so I want to kind of go to our next vignettes here. Okay. Hydrangeas, I feel like they're one of my favorite styling flowers. It's like they fill a lot of space visually.
These are, for instance, these are artificial, but they look
so real.
Amazing. And you can change the color. You can go purple, and it actually works with the setting as well. Purple, pink, green.
Yes, and here again, we've got the variation of the height.
Yes.
So we got our higher floral got another box. Remotes are probably in there.
Yes, remotes are in there, exactly.
And I like that the mix of organic.
Correct.
Throughout.
And in this sense, I use just the organic beading. That could be something you picked up in your travels, and you just want to add it, again, to personalize your table, and very important, topic of conversation. But I'm just trying to give you the illustration how a rectangular table would be set. If you notice, I did it in trios versus in fours like I did the square table.
Larger square table, we're kind of getting our quadrant of 4.
Correct.
Trio on the smaller or rectangle or round.
Correct, exactly, that's the idea. And if you're not into florals, one of the pieces you could use to give you height is, for instance, something like this, which is very tall. You could actually remove the florals just to give you a little idea. And it's a very sculptural piece as well. So it really adds to the table without having, because not everybody likes flowers.
Absolutely, and you can constantly reinvent your home, which is what we're going to continue sharing tips on accessorizing, refreshing, and restyling when we come back. So stay with us. Coming up, how to elevate your bedside style with the right lighting and accessories on SoFlo Home Project.
So today we're in Cooper City at one of our homeowners. When we came out to give her initial quote, we found out that she had multiple windows in her home that were cracked. They were losing air. She was losing a lot of her cool air to the outside. They weren't energy efficient, and it was costing her a lot of money. By putting new hurricane impact windows and doors in with low E glass, which is the energy efficient glass, it's saving her up to 50% on her energy bills every single month. We're here with Dorothy today at her home. We're starting the installation process today. And Dorothy, if you don't mind me asking, what made you decide to get your windows and doors done?
Well, they've been needing done for a while. A lot of them are broke. Also living in Florida with the hurricanes.
Yes.
It was time. I mean, I was gonna have to replace some windows anyway because this one's cracked, doesn't open. This one, you can see it won't even go down all the way. The one in the corner's cracked. And so they were gonna need to be replaced. And why replace them with the same stuff? It made sense to do the impact windows.
Dorothy, I noticed that when we got here and we looked at your windows, there's a film on the inside of it. It almost looks like they'd put a tent on there.
That's correct. I've been in here 26 years, but the woman that lived here before put tent on all the windows. And as you know, within the sun, they've started peeling off. And yeah, we did peel off the majority of the ones upstairs because they look terrible.
Sure.
I guess because that one gets the sun more.
So Dorothy, I noticed that when we pulled up your address to come out here on this location, I noticed that there were multiple homes in this same community that were done. Is that how you heard about us?
My neighbor across the street and the one next door, both of them used you. So, you know, that was a no-brainer for me because I did have like 10 companies out.
Wow.
And, you know, get their estimates, and you guys were really one of the cheapest. Not that that's always the way to go, but, you know, and being that I knew they were both happy, so it was a good idea to go with that.
So if you're ready to get your hurricane impact windows and doors done, give us a call. We have amazing incentives for 2026. Give us a call today.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to tour through the beautiful Bella Casa, seeing all the beautiful accessories for the home with interior designer Jessica Garcelle. So Jessica, we are in the South Miami area. We had a chance to talk about styling the coffee table and shared so many great accessories to kind of give it that designer edit. There's so much to see in here. So what is the next room that can take accessories to bring it to the next level? And I thought maybe in the bedroom, styling nightstands, dressers, and kind of rounding out the space.
Absolutely, there is so much treasure in this store. I mean, you could spend hours here.
I know, I'm just looking, there's so many great
little, and it's all in layers.
pieces.
It takes me when I'm styling a home or with my client, because I do like to do that with my clients, because it's very important that they almost feel things that they like.
Yes.
And that way bring it into their home.
It's an extension of your personality, of the occupants of the home. Everyone's personality is infused.
So as far as the bedroom, yes, that's somewhere you can keep your bedding very simple, neutral, and then bring the characteristics in your accent pillows.
Absolutely.
Over time, I always say you can always change those out.
and you could never have enough. There's always an opportunity for one on a chair and then move it around, and you could then constantly reinvent the bedding
I agree.
with some great prints and patterns.
Table lamps are also another way to give yourself individuality in each
Yes.
room. For instance, we have something like this that I would love to use. It has its own design element. It's very sculptural as well. This, for instance, is a floor lamp, but I have used it before to just give elevations to very high ceilings, and it gives it a unique touch in a bedroom or even in a living room.
That's really nice. Yeah. So the lamp fills a certain amount of space, but you have additional area, maybe a little tray for jewelry.
Exactly.
You know, somewhere for your glasses.
For instance, you're right, with a big chest is a way to bring in accessories, just like, for instance, the amethyst that you were talking to me about. Like, for instance, this right here,
love
it just
adding all
helps
of
with
that.
insomnia.
How
So it's
pretty.
a really pretty little accessory that also, you know, brings in the mineral and a little touch of color.
So functional, beautiful, and it's also floral too here.
Yes, and it's okay to have one nightstand that's feminine, and of course the other nightstand,
Yeah, I think there's
little
something,
bit less.
something for everyone,
yes,
right?
it doesn't have to be exactly all matching. I agree
also
with
think
that.
like a lot of these small candles and stuff like that, these are always nice to incorporate.
Yes,
Nightstands, dresser,
even the
grouping.
bedside table like you were
Yes.
mentioning, absolutely yes.
I think the mirror is nice.
Absolutely. When you do a mirror behind the nightstand, I like a fuller table lamp where it gives a little bit like something like this. It's solid. When you have artwork, definitely go with more of the acrylic table lamps.
Yes.
So you can actually appreciate and have not such more of an overwhelming experience in your bedroom. Your bedroom should be nice and calm and soothing.
Yes, when you think about a room like a bedroom, that is one of the rooms that with the right accessories,
Yes.
you could continuously change it over and over and
the
over
most
again.
expensive thing is the furniture.
Right,
So
you've
you could-
already got that.
Yeah.
Well, this has been great, but now we're going to switch to color and
Awesome.
really go away from the neutrals to bolder tones and see how to decorate and accessorize with that.
Wonderful.
So stay with us.
Thank you.
Next, see how sometimes the smallest design details can make the biggest impact on SoFlo home projects. A roof is one of those big expenses, much like, a home, a car, all of these things that are large purchases. And we're here today at All American Roofing, joined by Susan Manning to talk about what sets All American Roofing apart. Susan, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us again. I think it's really important that homeowners know who they're dealing with. A lot of homeowners, they go for the least price, and that's not really always the smart thing to do. We may not be the cheapest person, but you have the backing of All American Roofing behind your roof. We had a customer, well, she wasn't a customer, she was a potential customer who called. She lived in a fairly large home. Her roof estimate for us was $104,000.
Big roof.
Big roof, a lot of money. So she didn't use us. A few months later, she called. I happened to answer the phone, and she said, you gave us an estimate. Unfortunately, we didn't use you. We used someone else. Can you come and finish my roof? I said, what? She said she gave the other company $60,000.
Wow.
They tore off her roof, put the first layer down, and never showed up again. Unfortunately, I had to explain to her, we can't finish a roof. We can tear off what they did and then start over, but it's $104,000 is going to be your cost. So she says, but I gave them $60,000. I said, I'm so sorry, but you really need to check out who you're dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, all too often you hear these stories in home improvement in general and different trades. Sometimes there's people who are not reputable taking money, taking big deposits and not finishing the work.
Exactly. People need to check out who they are writing that big check to.
Susan, that was really great information and so helpful. So the most important part though, if someone is thinking about replacing their roof or has some major repair work or just questions in general, how do they reach you at All American Roofing?
They can call 954-772-7663 or reach us. They can email us at allamericanroof.com.
Good stuff, Susan. Thank you as always.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to share ways to accessorize your home to give it a new look here at Bella Casa with interior designer Jessica Garcelle. So Jessica, we kind of shared some tips on refreshing the bedroom spaces. We've talked about styling the perfect coffee table on any size or shape. Now I thought it would be fun to kind of talk about color, because accessories are one good way to bring color into your home. So you could try out some color and, always refresh and add.
You don't feel that you're obligated to stay with that color for such amount of time. And you can always move it to another side of your house if you just get tired of that area.
Exactly.
If you really love color, orange and pink pair very well together.
And it's such a South Florida vibe,
And
too.
it's so happy,
I love it.
right? You could use it in a coastal home or even in a girl's bedroom.
The way the store is set up, which is pretty cool, is that a lot of the accessories are grouped in different color sections. We're kind of in like the blue room here.
Right, it makes it easy to navigate.
So blue, I feel like, is sort of a neutral in Florida. We're surrounded by water. I think it's a calming color, so it's a good way to add a pop of color that's very safe.
Agree. You can very easily combine blue with other colors and make it still feel very elegant and soothing as well.
Yes, and I love it with the white. Like, I'm just gonna pick one of the pillows here that's really caught my eye.
That is a beautiful
we've
pillow.
got all of these beautiful urns and vases and everything, and then it's right here also on the pillow too. And I think everything that's in here pretty much makes such a nice statement.
It doesn't necessarily need to be a home that's ultra traditional. This could be very transitional, as if you want it to be a little bit casual and just add one piece and mix it with a little bit of stainless steel, even gold. I love mixing metals.
We talked about earlier repetition. When you're mixing the metals, the only thing you need to do is to repeat it 2 to 3 times.
Very good point.
So then you get that connection.
It's a staple. And in this case, the yellow actually accents the gold. So it's another way of doing it, not metal-wise, but just color-wise.
Yes, another combination that looks fun together is the yellow and the blue.
I agree, definitely.
So we've also got a green section. And I feel like green has been another color that over the last few years we've seen as a huge trend, but is continuing, I think, to kind of follow the lines of blue, like a very neutral color, again, because we see a lot of greenery and plants being used in the interiors again.
Absolutely. Yeah. And organic.
Yes.
Very neutral, very down to earth.
So now let's talk about plants for a minute, because there is something that caught my eye I want to talk about that is not color, but brings the look, and it's a metal. So these amazing leaves, like think about greenery, but bringing the look of greenery in a kind of chrome or polished silver finish.
Those are very versatile, where you can use them in different arenas. I've done them in dining room tables with preserved moss. Those are one of my favorite pieces.
In the green room, you see a lot of great tropical prints. But
absolutely.
Taking tropical and kind of flipping it to something unexpected in a chrome finish, something shiny and reflective, is a nice way to kind of do that. And then it reflects other colors in the room.
Absolutely, great point, yes. And in one of the instances, we're talking about the minerals, it's a good way of also displaying color with the minerals as well, and adds a pop of color, like for instance, the amethyst.
I want to point out also, like, natural material, but paired with a bold, saturated color, I think really brings like just a very organic element to something so bold.
Absolutely.
1 or 2 little tweaks changes the whole room.
Absolutely.
So we have seen a lot with color, but there is so much more, and I really want to kind of then step into the next big decorative accessory.
Absolutely.
Trays.
Yep.
How to style them. We got so much to talk about, right?
Yes.
So stay with us. Coming up, we look at how to achieve that high-end designer look with accessories on SoFlo Home Project. You're watching the one and only Local 10, the local station. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to share ways to update, refresh, and restyle your home with beautiful accessories here at Bella Casa with interior designer Jessica Garcelle. So Jessica, we've seen ways to style the coffee table. We've seen beautiful lighting and ways to make like the nightstands kind of fully dressed and accessorized. We've seen lots of colorful accessories too. But now I wanted to kind of go back to basics. the tray. The
Yeah.
tray is like that one accessory that can really find its way in any room in the home.
Correct. So this one, for instance, it's up and close. This would be your bathroom.
Love this.
And you can actually keep everything organized. Could be your everyday bathroom and keep it really nice for your guests. Fresh flowers, little candle for night glow when you have your guests over.
So pretty, and I feel like you could also even have your cologne or perfumes on
Absolutely,
there.
good
I
idea.
love
Yes.
the tray.
Yes.
It just brings such an elegant, like hotel-like touch. to
Yes.
the space. And this tray, by the way, is beautiful. I love this whole. It's like a bamboo accent
Yes, it
throughout,
is.
and how it goes shines from under that glass.
Yes.
So nice.
Thank you. Yes. This tray, for instance, this could have a multi-use. This could be your dresser. Definitely also a chest, your nighttime chest. This could also be your desk, and then you have a nice little notepad on the side. Also, it's its own little tray. And again, we're mixing it with the flowers, a little whimsical touch with a little insect. We love
There's
insects.
so many great little whimsy touches in here too.
There
I
are
love
tons.
discovering all
Yes.
the things.
And also another mineral. Love my minerals. And in this case, we placed it on its own little tray. So it's not just laying on top of the tray, it has its own individual acrylic tray.
These little acrylic kind of risers, I think, are so nice. Even here with the notepad, like it just adds height and purpose.
And it gives a little bit of a museum touch to it.
Behind you, we've got a lot of great decanters
Yes.
and pieces. I think an opportunity for bar styling trays if you don't have a bar
Absolutely.
card or an
Yes.
actual bar.
Yes, this could, it could change just like you said, Elena. You could change it all together, just grabbing something like this. Again, not taking away from the color,
Yes,
but this
it's
could be
so
a nice
pretty.
craft. This could even be for your kitchen countertop.
This is such a nice solution.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
A lot of great things. It's all about the accessories.
Yes.
Just like with fashion.
Exactly.
That makes the outfit,
Yes.
the accessories make the home.
Absolutely, yes. Then
All right.
as far as the last one,
Got more here. I love this. A lot of frames.
a lot of frames. So when I put this together, I kind of envisioned a nice family room setting underneath the TV where you have your wall unit, could be a built-in wall unit or just a low cabinet. I love to have frames that are within a tray. That way it keeps it organized. And in
Yes.
this case, I used both clear frames, a mother of pearl and a bone. I offsetted it with the quartz. As you can see,
I
just
love
dot
that there's the crystals, the minerals everywhere throughout.
Yes.
It's a beautiful touch.
Thank you. And in this case, we did one of Marilena's pride and joys are her rosaries that she herself designed. Each one of them is pearl.
It's really beautiful. And again, we've been kind of talking about the way that you can sort of drape an object, purposeful but effortless in look, right?
Exactly.
So it's like very intentional in the way it's styled, but it looks so nice.
And very unique.
I love it.
Thank you.
So this has been really nice. I mean, we have seen so many different things. We've gotten so many great tips. We've loved spending time here in a Bella Casa, and then all of the great ways that you could refresh your home with these beautiful accessories.
Thank you, Elena. I really appreciate you being here.
It's been a really fun day.
Thank you.
So we hope that you got lots of great design inspiration from today's episode to restyle, remix, and bring beautiful accessories into any room in your home. And don't forget, share them with us on social media and tag at SoFlo Home Project. We look forward to seeing them, and we look forward to you joining us again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.
This has been a presentation of WPLG Local 10, the leader in local SoFlo programming.